Hey my friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am making for you chicken and sausage gumbo. Now today is part of a collab of a great group of content creators, and they have so many different holiday dishes that they want to share with you, and I'll tell you a little bit more about them in just a little bit. But let me go ahead and show you how I make my chicken and sausage gumbo. To make the chicken and sausage gumbo, obviously you need chicken and sausage, whatever sausage you like. We like green onion or hot. You need your seasoning blend, which is a blend of celery, onion, and bell pepper. I am making it the easy way, and I'm using this jar of dark roux. I'm gonna use some of this gumbo base powder mix, and instead of broth I'm using this beef base. Even though it's chicken and sausage, I'm not a fan of chicken broth, so I'm just going to use the beef. Now for the spices, this is all your spices: thyme, oregano, crushed red pepper, garlic, bay leaves, pepper, some Worcestershire sauce, Tony Chachere's if you want it spicy. Did I say Tabasco? A splash of Tabasco. In the pot, I have about 10 cups of water. If you're gonna use broth, that's up to you. If I use broth, I would use probably a 4 cup box, and then however much water I want. But I'm just doing 10 cups of water. Next, I'm gonna add about half of that small jar of the roux. And according to the directions for this, I have to let this cook for about 30 minutes. I usually don't let it cook that long because I'm kind of impatient. But once this all dissolves, I let it cook for probably about 10 or 15 more minutes, and then I will move on. But since, I'm just gonna go ahead and add my beef base. I figure since all of this has to dissolve together, I'm just gonna let it all dissolve together. So probably 2 heaping tablespoons of the beef base, and I'm just gonna let that all dissolve and cook together. While that is dissolving, I'm gonna go ahead and slice up my sausage. I'll probably use 2 links, but so a lot of people in Louisiana, they will, well, I've had it both ways. Some years we would have gumbo on like Christmas Day, or maybe if we do our family Christmas on Christmas Eve, we might have gumbo. A lot of people will make gumbo like after Thanksgiving, and they'll use turkey instead of chicken. So, you know, it just depends. But yeah, a lot of people eat gumbo on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve and after Thanksgiving in Louisiana. All right, it's probably starting to bubble a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and add this gumbo base. And how much gumbo I'm making depends on how much of this I add. Since the roux is kind of like a gumbo base, I mean, it pretty much is, but this I find gets it a little bit thicker, which I like kind of thicker gumbo. So I'm gonna add, I have this actually, there's probably about 1/4 of a bag left in this one. And then I'm just gonna add probably about half this bag. And just mix it up real well until there are no clumps left. All right, before I add the meats and the veggies, I'm gonna go ahead and add the seasonings so that I can mix it up real well. I don't really have measurements for any of this. I just kind of, as they say, measure with my heart. But anyway, some oregano. I don't go too heavy on the oregano because it can be overpowering. Same with the thyme. I don't really add too much of that either. If I had to measure, I would maybe say a teaspoon of each. Then I do go pretty heavy with the garlic. In fact, let me just open the big side. If I had to measure this, I would say maybe 2 tablespoons. The pepper, however spicy you want it. Now, these next few seasonings is based on your preference for heat or spice. So I'm just gonna add some red pepper flakes. I'm gonna add some Tony's. With Tony's, a little goes a long way. And then I do, this is probably my favorite. I just love Tabasco. So 2 or 3 dashes of Tabasco. Then I do a couple splashes of Worcestershire. And then mix that up real good. And once this is mixed up real good, then you can go ahead and add the meat and veggies. I'll probably put about half of this bag of veggies, the seasoning blend. Then I'm gonna put a couple of the should I do 2 or 3? Here's a small one. 2.5 of that. Then the sausage. I hate adding this because the splashes up. All right. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add 2 bay leaves. Some people use bay leaves, some people don't, but I am. So I'm gonna add 2 of those. Then I'm gonna cover it and let it cook until the chicken is done. Once this comes up to a bubble or a boil, I will turn it on low. And while this is cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and make the jasmine rice. Fun fact about Tabasco sauce. Did you know you're not supposed to keep it in the refrigerator? We went to Avery Island, which is where Tabasco is made, and they said not to keep it refrigerated because it breaks down the peppers. So, yeah, fun fact. I would like to say a special thank you to all of the hosts and co-hosts that are hosting this collaboration, and make sure to check out their channels in my description box below, as well as a playlist of everyone that's taken part in the collab. All right, it's been cooking for about an hour, and I was trying to get ready for a party. So my husband got the chicken out of the gumbo and he's shredding it. Once it's all shredded, you just put it back into the pot and let it keep cooking for probably about 30 more minutes, and then it will be ready to eat. All right, I have come back from the party and I'm actually hungry, so I have a little bit of jasmine rice in the bowl and I'm pouring some gumbo on top of it. But this is so good and it's actually really easy to make. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really do appreciate it. If you are new to my channel and you like meal ideas, shopping hauls, home decor, home organization, then I would love it if you would become a part of my YouTube family. Click that subscribe button. Make sure to click the bell button because it lets you know every time I upload a new video. If you are new, please leave a comment below and tell me hello. I would love to meet you. Also, if you are returning, thank you so much for your support. I really do truly appreciate it. Also, I want to remind you to check out my description box because I'm going to have all of the ladies that have co-hosted and hosted this collab. I'm going to have their links down below as well as a playlist, so make sure that if you do go look at the playlist, make sure to tell those creators that I sent you. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you have a great holiday and I will see you in the next one. Bye.